In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to reduce noise on your night photography. Hey everybody, my name is Austin James Jackson, and I am really excited to bring you guys this video. It is the quickest, easiest, most effective way to remove noise from your night photography, whether this be Milky Way, North Star, or just general night photography, maybe low light photography. This is the best way to remove noise without reducing detail. Maybe you guys have tried to reduce the noise before and it's just totally gotten rid of all of the details in your image. So I'm going to show you guys the best way to do it. Now, of course, there's a lot of ways in the field to reduce noise, such as image stacking, image tracking, and a variety of other plugins and software. But if you guys are sitting here watching this video, you probably are not in the field. You're probably editing your image right now, and it's a noisy image. And so I want to help you guys to clean it up as best as I can. We're going to do that in a software called Topaz Denoise. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to use it. I've made a few videos on it before. This is a great tool to remove noise from your night photography. It works really, really well. I want to show you guys exactly how it works. Let's go ahead and jump right in there. I'm not going to waste any more time. Now, you can do this as a plugin. So if you're editing in Lightroom, Photoshop, On One, Capture One, Luminar, whatever you're editing in, you should be able to use this as a plugin and launch it directly from wherever you're editing from. I like editing my stuff in Photoshop, so it's really nice when I'm editing a photo to just launch it over here, reduce the noise, and then go right back into Photoshop and continue editing. Like I said, that'll work with any other software that you are editing in as well. So now you can see we've got the image loaded here. It's just fit to the screen right now, but when we're reducing noise, we want to zoom in because we're simply just too far out to tell how much noise it's reducing because noise is on a finer level. You can see as I slide this, we can't really tell too much about how much noise we're reducing. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom to probably 200%, and then I'm just going to scroll to a detailed part of the image that I'd like to see. Now, every time you move this around, it needs to re-render the noise reduction. So keep that in mind. You don't want to do a ton of moving around. You kind of want to get it to the spot you want and then leave it. So now we've got the option to go over here and adjust some settings. As we're adjusting those settings, we can slide this little bar in the middle to see the before and after. On the left side of this bar is before and on the right side is after. You can see as I slide it, it makes some little changes. So the first thing that you want to do is adjust the AI model. Now you can actually hit this little lightning here, and that basically makes it so that it will automatically choose which model it should use based on the AI technology. That can work pretty well. So you can use that, and you can see it does a pretty nice job. Now you also have the option to select it yourself. What I recommend is to select this bar here to allow it to use the AI to select the model and see how it looks. If it doesn't look good, you can choose a different version here. Now, you can go down into the model preferences. You can see I also have the automatic picker selected here as well. So it's removing 19 points of noise and enhancing 44 points of sharpness. Now, if I thought it was reducing too much noise or too little sharpness or whatever, I could go ahead and adjust it right there and it would not be a problem. However, I feel like it has done a really nice job. Now, down below in the post-processing, you can do some color noise reduction and recovering original details if you see that fit. I don't really need to do it here, but adjusting these sliders every time will make it so it has to re-render. Sometimes it'll re-render faster, sometimes slower. So you can see that by adjusting that, bringing back some of that original detail is going to reduce the noise reduction a little bit because it's trying to get that original detail. I'm going to bring this back down to about 15 points, and I don't really need any color noise reduction here. Now you do have a few different options here. As you can see, the AI model selected standard. You can do clear. For landscape photography, clear is not really going to be what you want to use. Clear is for things that are supposed to be smooth, where landscape photography generally isn't very smooth. Low light can work really, really nicely to adjust low light images. This one is low light. I'm kind of surprised that the AI model didn't choose low light, but you can of course select it and see if it does a better job. Severe noise is great for those photos that are super, super, super noisy. And then raw, I generally don't use that much. That's for raw sharpening. So this looks pretty good. Like I said, we can click around here and let it re-render so we can look at different spots on the image. What I really like about this is it's really smoothing out the noise here in the reflection of the trees here. I'm fine with them being totally dark, but I don't want them to be grainy. You can see that does a really nice job here. This was just shot on I believe a Canon 6D. It's like 18 megapixels or something, so it is pretty low quality, but you can see the noise reduction is great. We can even look at it in the Milky Way as well. And I wanted to mention one more thing. This isn't a stacked or tracked image. It's just a single shot, and this is what the noise reduction is looking like. You can see it looks really great, especially look in this spot right here. Before and after, it really helps to smooth that out. So I want to show you guys one more Milky Way image. We're going to go ahead and load that in here, and I will show you guys how I would reduce the noise on that photo. Okay, so this image is loading here. You can see again, it is just fit to the screen. I do want to zoom in. I wanted to show you guys the image that we'd be looking at first. You can see just how noisy it is. Let's go ahead and zoom in to 200% again, and let's move over to the core of the Milky Way. Another thing you can do rather than clicking and dragging is to use this box up here and to drag around like this until you find where you want to be. I want to be about right there. You can see again, I've selected for the AI to choose which model and the model preferences. But again, you could go ahead and adjust those yourself. Now in this example, I think we could probably do a little bit better than what the AI model is selecting. On this one, let's go ahead and try low light or maybe severe noise. But one trick that I have that I really like using is to use this comparison view. When you click the comparison view, it's going to load out multiple different previews. You can see we've got standard, clear, low light, and severe noise. It's going to load out all of the previews at once so you can figure out exactly which model works the best. This is a really, really cool feature here because it allows you to choose the best one without having to individually click and load each one out. Now, if I move this around, it will change what we're looking at. Again, it's going to have to re-render, but that's not a big deal. It's rendering pretty fast right now on my computer. And I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from both low light and severe noise. Now, the thing that you want to keep in mind is you don't want to reduce too much detail. So maybe we can click here on severe noise. You can see it's already recovering 94 of the original detail. And as I click on each one, you can see the settings are different for each and every one, and you can change those settings individually. So I could go ahead and adjust the settings for severe noise to see if I could get it to look a little bit better, and then if not, maybe I can go with low light. So maybe I want to reduce a little bit less noise on severe noise here. Let's go about 22 points, and we can also enhance the sharpness. We'll go about 40 points, and we're going to bring that recover original detail all the way back up, and we don't really need the color noise reduction, so I'm going to bring that down. Now you can see it's looking a little bit better and a little bit less noisy than low light. Once you've decided which one you like and that you're happy with it, you can actually go ahead and double click on it and it will just load out big on the screen for you with the same settings you have selected. Really, really convenient feature here. And now you can see we've really knocked off the noise. It doesn't eat the stars either, which is really nice. A lot of noise reduction softwares will eat your stars, but this one looks really great. Let's go ahead and zoom back out like to 50% here, and we'll look at it on a little bit wider scale. It's not necessarily going to show us as much, but it's nice to just kind of zoom out and look at your image as a whole. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Really hope that was helpful for you guys. If it was, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me to grow my channel here and continue providing these free videos for you that I hope are really helpful. If you have any questions or if you picked up the software and you liked using it, let me know down below in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. So I want to thank you guys so much for checking this out. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.